Capital T, truth, is a concept that belongs to ideologies. Ideologies tend to deal in absolute or ultimate truths, as they see them, as opposed to what I'll call factual truth. These generally depend for their support upon the acceptance of premises that are not falsifiable, often a string of them with one following from the other. For example, God exists, homosexuality is a sin, etc. Facts, on the other hand, are at least in principle verifiable. So, for example, while it is self-evidently true that planets have a shape, to determine what shape a planet has requires some investigation. While an ideologue might cite a Bible verse to argue that it is flat or to argue that the sun moves around it, a modernist or realist wouldn't assume this to be true without first acquiring evidence in support of the claim. Yes, it may turn out the evidence was misinterpreted or errors were made in its collection, but this only reinforces modern scientific and philosophical skepticism regarding claims of absolute or ultimate truth. Things become even more complex when it comes to moral questions, but insofar as we can reach some kind of consensus regarding issues of what constitutes human well-being and flourishing, it is still possible to develop hypotheses regarding what is likely to enhance or degrade them and measure the relative success of various approaches. For example, it will either be true, lowercase, or not that access to shelter and education tend to, probabilistically speaking, enhance, degrade, or have no effect upon human well-being. So yes, both ideologies and realism are concerned with truth, but they hardly approach it in the same way. Ideologies are absolutist and assume to know the truth often before they even know or understand the full extent of the questions, while science is about trial and error. The former is either built upon or incorporates premises that cannot be tested, while the latter allows for truth to be absolutely established only in very particular cases where the evidence allows for such a conclusion. Epistemologically, science, or as you put it, realism, also allows for facts about the world to be probabilistic. Indeed, when it comes to questions of human relations, virtually all non-ideological truths are considered probably true or true in most cases, as opposed to absolutely or ultimately true. So, for example,